Do you struggle to hear the difference between some French words? Recognizing nasal sounds is a skill every French learner needs to master to be able to understand as much as possible. Watch my video so that you can easily distinguish the different nasal sounds when you hear them in French. Bien sûr, I will also show you how to pronounce them and share lots of examples to make sure you've understood these French sounds once and for all. Once you've practiced saying them with me, I'll take you through 2 listening activities to help you understand and improve your oral comprehension. For the best step-by-step French lessons, tips, and simple explanations, subscribe to the French Speak YouTube channel. Feel free to pause the video and go and find that big red subscribe button and the bell symbol. If you're keen to master French nasal sounds and specifically learn how to recognize them, then stay with me. By the end of this video, you'll understand the subtleties between these 3 uniquely French sounds so that you can say them with ease next time you're having an exchange in French and recognize them next time you watch your favorite French movie. It's really hard to learn from a book, near impossible, and I've been able to help thousands of learners just like you, so now it's your turn. D'abord, let's take a look at how the 3 French nasal sounds are different from each other. Technically, for all 3 sounds, we need to raise the velum, the soft palate, only to allow some air to pass through the nose and the mouth. It creates some extra resonation in the nasal cavities. And if you practice some other videos with me around vowels, you'll be able to say ah, on, and notice that extra vibration. So let's take a look at how these 3 French nasal sounds are different from each other. Technically, for all 3 sounds, we need to raise the velum, aka the soft palate. It's at the very back. And this is the only way for some air to pass through both the nose and the mouth. Why? Because it creates an extra resonation in our nasal cavities and it creates this nasal sounds. So if you've seen my other video all about French vowels, you'll notice la différence between a plain vowel and then a nasal vowel. We create them by raising and lifting that velum. It makes 2 distinct sounds. So ah versus on, ah, on, ah, on. The only difference is the lift of the soft palate. So now to keep it simple, the things you need to remember to produce the French nasal sounds accurately are, firstly, although you see an N and an M at the end of each of these letter combinations, you mustn't pronounce them. Not at all, not even a bit. Secondly, you can practice with pinching your nose as you form the different lip movement. Don't be shy. This will help mimic that nasal sound as you get used to making this very peculiar sound. We want air coming through both the nose and the mouth. So I mentioned lip movement. We have 3 different ones, and I'm going to show you how to over-exaggerate them to get a perfect French nasal sound. Let's take a look at the 3 nasal sounds here. Les 3 sons nasaux. Even in the word son, we have one of them. Can you guess which one? Son is the first one. So my mouth is looking like I'm blowing a kiss or drinking out of a very small straw. And that's the lip movement you want to get the most accurate sound for You can practice with the word bon, which means good. If you change the lip movement, still with a nasal sound, and you change it to a bit of a forced smile, our second one, you'll get un. So after B, it'll give you bain, which now means bath, something completely different, only by changing the lip movement. Bon, bain. And then the third one, which needs an open mouth, is en. En. If you start with the letter A, you can practice A and then say en just by lifting that soft palate. A, en, en. And after B, it gives us bon, bon, which means bench. Different again. The nasal sounds, the first one is going to be spelled either O-N or O-M, and we need on. And we see it in words like bon, tonton, onze, plombier, action. Spellings for are the most numerous. You've got to be really good at spotting it in different words. And if these letter combinations are in the same syllable, you can make this sound. Remember the lip movement. Un, UN, IN, YN, AIN, EIN, UM, IM, YM, AIM. And then we have two endings where EN shouldn't be pronounced un, but when it comes after I, so IEN, you'll end up saying I1, and EEN, you'll get E1. Des exemples. Bain, parfum, teint, train, vin, lundi, bien, européen. Numéro 3, a third nasal sound. Le troisième son nasal, we have en. And here are all the different spellings for en. A-N, E-N, A-M, E-M, A-O-N. En, en. Des exemples. Bon, lentement, en mangeant, vent, avant, pan. To help learners like you to gain more confidence in speaking French, I've created a special training called Tricky French Sounds so that you can learn how to spot those when you hear them and perfect how you say them yourself. It's free and you can get it here, here, or here at bit.ly/tricky French sounds. And you might have realized that I'm so passionate about helping you improve your listening. My worst nightmare as a teacher is to help you confidently speak French, and then you feel deflated when you don't understand other people's replies, or you freeze every time someone asks you for a question because of poor comprehension. And that's why I made this training free for you, so make sure to grab it. Pour l'activité numéro 1, you're going to need a piece of paper. You're going to hear 9 different words, short interjections, and you're going to jot down the word and whether it is un son nasal or not that you hear. Are you hearing it as a normal vowel or as a nasal sound? So you can replicate this little table or just write 1 to 9, then the word as you hear it, and then just tick the ones where there's un son nasal.
1. Ah. 2. 1. 3. Oh. 4. Non. 5. Bien. 6. Mais. 7. Oui. 8. Bon. 9. Mince.
Bravo, bravo. So decide whether it was un son nasal ou pas, and pause this video if you need to rewind to go over it again. I'm going to show you the answers. Maintenant, we had ah, un, oh, non, bien, mais, oui, bon, mince. So we're saying ah, usually of surprise, can be for disbelief or confirmation. It's a bit like a yeah. Or again, surprise. Often non means no, bien is good, mais is to say but as an interjection, oui is yes, bon is also good, and mince is shucks. It's a polite word. Son nasal ou pas, we had 2, numéro 2, numéro 4, numéro 5, numéro 8, and numéro 9. So let me repeat them. Un, non, bien, bon, mince. And they are all nasally. Pratique numéro 2. Reconnaître les 3 sons nasaux. Which do you hear? I'm only going to say one of these words, but I will repeat it twice. Numéro 1, bon. Bon. Numéro 2, teint. Teint. Numéro 3, sang. Sang. Numéro 4, pont. Pont. And the last one, numéro 5, vont. Vont. Feel free to go back and listen to all 5 words to make your decision. There's only a little subtlety between them. Les réponses. We had 3 options. We had bon, ben, and bon. And the one I said was bench. Bon. Numéro 2, we had the options between ton, teint, and ton. And I said the word for tint, which is teint. Numéro 3, son, sein, sang. And I said the word for blood, sang. Numéro 4, we had the option between pont, pain, pont. And I said the word for bridge, pont. And numéro 5, vont, vin, vent. And I said 5A, the verb to go for they in present, third person plural, vont. Vont. Superbe. Bravo encore. Now, if you haven't watched my last video, click the link here and I'll also add it in the description below. Make sure to check it out and it will make a world of difference for you to be able to understand more French. Alors, voilà, mes amis. Now you know exactly how to pronounce and recognize the 3 distinct French nasal sounds. So if you like this video, give me a like below, subscribe to this channel, and share it with anyone else you know who is learning French. I'd love to see in the comments below. Don't be shy. Tell me if the video helped you and how you did in those practice activities. We had 2, so just pop your scores below. Thank you so much for watching. And remember that if you enjoyed this video, the best way to say j'aime cette vidéo is by giving it a thumbs up and share it with another French language lover. Au revoir.